I mean, I'm down some hit points. We were like fighting a bunch of things, like some grugs.
Oh, so so we just finished out the warehouse scene. So you blew up the warehouse. The warehouse is on fire.
Yeah, that's
right. Two of the warehouse workers turned out to be some eldritch beastie. One of them turned out to be a vampire. You defeated all of those individuals. So you figure you've taken care of the Elder Davenport's forces in town, at least for the short term. But you've also found links to the Prussians, because they had a lot of munitions from some Prussian ally, and then the other thing that you found out is that Neville Nesmith is involved with the Davenports in some way.
Who would have guessed?
And then Dirk had like cast it to try to make it look like Neville was escaping, but also only like in black and white from the newspaper.
Yes. So she's trying to basically look like Neville was on scene. The believability of that, or whether or not the people are gonna believe that or not, other than the rag papers out there and the tabloids, is a good question.
Keyword try.
Yeah, so you're reading the tabloid, the Morning Sun, the London Sun, and it's like Neville Nesmith basically seen an explosion. It's like horrible explosion on the Southwark docks. It's like, and the normal respectable papers like the Times don't have it at all. So. All right, so. You've retreated back to your safe house at this point, and you notice that you arrived just in time to see some hoodlum type individuals throw Molotov cocktails in through the front end of through the windows of your building and set it on fire, and then run off into the night.
What jackasses!
Considering that I don't have any control really over fire. And I don't know how much my ice hands are going to work. I'm going to try chasing down one of these fuckers that tried to burn down our building.
Okay, go ahead. Make me, Perception and athletics. Perception at normal. This isn't smell-based.
Are the cats okay?
The cats are sort of looking at the fire with great amusement.
Great.
Like cats normally.
Athletics.
Like, wow, the house is burning down. I guess we're going to have to find a new house.
They're just like warming their paws by the fire.
I can't believe this is possible. My perception was higher than my athletics.
Okay.
I got a 24 for perception, 19 for athletics.
All right, you're able to grab one of the guys. They smartly just sort of like all three of them split to go different directions to effectively catch them all. You grab one. Yes, you can certainly follow Mack. Do you charm this guy immediately to get him under control, Krishana? Because that's your specialty, effectively, is charming people, isn't it?
Well, I was following him. Yeah, I'm going to try and charm him.
All right, so you toss a charm on here, an enchantment on him to get him under control. He seems mesmerized, so you have him in tow on the way back. All right, so what are you doing to put out the fire? Because all your stuff's in there.
Am I allowed to use any, like, my restoration at all to help with this?
Well, let's see here. Restoration probably doesn't help any. But Lady Emma, being the set things on fire and control fire specialist, can probably do something.
Ow.
Bless you.
You still have a face after that, buddy?
I don't think he does. And if he says he does, I don't believe him.
Ow.
All right. Hey, Lady Emma, you're the fire specialist, right? So you want to put out the fire?
Yeah, let's put out the fire.
Okay. You call up. You basically cast control flames and start dousing the fire as quickly as possible. It hasn't spread terribly far, and control fire is more than up to the task of putting out even kerosene fires. So There's a lot of smoke inside as Lady Emma sort of walks out coughing and covered with soot. But yes, the fire's out at this point. It does smell a lot like kerosene in there, however, so if someone has prestidigitation or something to clean this stuff up, that would be great.
I mean, do we still have a mop and bucket?
Yes, you still have a mop and bucket. Okay.
Pick out the feather duster she's been holding on to for too long.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry, it's so dark.
How damaged is all of our shit?
It's just like the outer room is a little torch, but your private rooms are not. It just smells of smoke and kerosene in here at this point.
Okay.
Krishana at this point starts walking around and cleaning, like prestidigitating and just cleaning stuff up. It's like getting rid of the smell. Everything basically has sort of like a sooty ash on it, and she sort of gives up after about 10 minutes. And it's like sits down on a spot she just cleaned off.
Don't worry.
Looks like the couch is ruined, and like the main table, like the main dining table's ruined. Like part of the floor has a big scorch mark on it, but nothing that a good rug couldn't cover over.
Don't worry, it'll be a work in progress. Nothing irreplaceable got damaged.
When was the landlord supposed to check on his house again?
Well, you got to remember this is still the Southwark, so you're in the slums anyway. So it's not like this was like fantastically luxurious location anyways. So
I love the idea of him walking in though. We're gonna cover it with a rug.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's better than the attempt my roommate used to try and use toothpaste to cover a hole he punched in the wall.
Well,
what a dingus! You're supposed to use ramen.
Ramen, yeah, exactly. All right, so Mack and Krishana basically come back with a buddy. It's like, is this? It's like this young human man, probably like early 20s, sort of sandy blonde hair and pasty white skin and like hazel eyes. So yeah, he's a typical British lad.
Neville's son again?
No, it's just some random like street thug.
Oh.
So, oh, whoops, I need to change my name. Zumlar is going to approach him, like, looking all menacing and gripping his blade, and just demand why he did that. Why his thugs did that.
Do you really need an answer from him? I think we know why.
Oh, yeah, no need to be violent. We're all good buds here. It's like I've got this this nice bloke in a purple suit gave me some coin, told me to throw a firebomb in through your front window, and I was more than happy to do it.
I'm like, really? Oh, okay. So, did he tell you that you were gonna get your arm cut off too?
Zumlar.
Hey, Krishana, I thought you said we were all friends.
I was just like, hey.
Zumlar will draw his blade.
Owl just like gently tugs his arm away from him. Zoom, hey bud.
Krishana would try and intervene. She doesn't want some innocent dude being maimed.
Innocent.
I know what Zumlar all knows.
A vampire.
Owl's just like gently restraining Zumlar. Just no. He's like, look, man. He's just trying to get some money. I get it, man. You know.
Zumlar will let us low growl.
Okay. They're Dirk from the. I'll just play Dirk because to give the
guidance we don't have.
To give various like GM guidance is like Dirk from the corner mentions like if the Davenports obviously know where we are now. We're gonna have to relocate.
I'm gonna ask the child. Do you know where this Davenport lives?
No, he met us. Met on the street. Had fascinating eyes. Him and I are chumps. It's like you're enchanted as well, aren't you? You're enchanted
with the wand.
Yeah. So probably.
Okay, so both effects get the spells. Like this guy looks bewildered. It's like, boy, do I know you folks? Where am I?
No, you don't. You tried to burn down our house.
was really quite rude. Just like Owl, just like kind of like gently scolding. He's like, that was kind of rude. I'm not gonna go.
Owl's still trying to restrain Zumlar.
Oh yeah, no, she just has like her arm out as she's trying to talk to this guy. That's rude.
Oh, I'm not that I'm above basically a little bit of arson, but I usually get paid for it. He's checking his pockets. Oh, I got paid for it. Can I keep this? Can I keep this?
I say no, you can't. You gotta hand it over.
I say he should keep some of it, but he has to buy us a rug.
Let him keep half.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
You need
he
to
gets
buy
to
us
keep
a rug,
a quarter.
All right. He's sort of busily counting his gold at the moment. Well, I got 50 gold here. It's like, since I still remember, essentially, you remember saying you're gonna chop off my arm. I really prefer not to have both arms, so you can have it all if you want.
Aw, well, I think that's a little bit more
We'll take half.
Yeah.
All right. He counts out half, drops it on the table. Can I go now?
Well, did you
Oh,
see?
I met the purple suited gentleman over at the Sandy Hook. It's a bar over by 7th Ridge.
Let me write that down. Okay, sorry. I have to be a note here. Well, thank you. That was actually really nice. Maybe you're not so bad. It's just like Owl just pats his head. Is he shorter than her?
Remarkably shorter. He's like 5 foot nothing.
She just like pats his head, or like pats his head like he's a child. And just thank you. That was really nice to do. Thank you.
All right. Well, I can't say that I'm a good fellow, but just like thanks for letting me live. It's like, and he starts heading for the door.
Just don't do it again, or well, it won't end as nicely.
Stay away from the purple suit. He can brainwash you.
Okay. All right. So, do you get check out the Sandy Hook at this point, or you still got maybe about? Well, never mind. It was fairly late by the time you raided the warehouse, so it's probably like easily like midnight at this point.
It seems like it would be a bad time to go there right now, and we're all kind of low on.
Can I use the disguise self I have
Mm-hmm.
and disguise myself as one of the kids and go to the Sandy Hook?
I don't know.
It's probably they're going to be closing. It's probably going to take 30 minutes to walk there, and it's good. At this point, you're sort of doing the mental pathfinding in your mind, and you're going, okay, it's going to take me 30 minutes to walk there. Everything closes up at 1, so I'd have 30 minutes in there. Might want to go tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I was about to say we're all kind of low on points,
Not to
and
mention traveling at night is a almost guaranteed bad idea.
yeah, I think the best chance we got is either like going to a church, or if we stay here, someone's got to stay up in order to like make sure the Davenports don't try to still attack the house they now know we live in.
Yes.
I am going to like meditate kind of thing, but still try to like do like a light sleep.
Okay. Well, you've got like one more night of like free lodging at Lady K's at this point, and then that's the end of it. So.
I mean, that might not be a bad idea if Lady K's is like kind of well fortified, and we're still.
Lady K's is incredibly well fortified and very public place that's open 24/7. So it's like causing a stink in Lady K's is probably very hard to do. Let's put it that way.
Okay. How do y'all feel about going to Lady K's for the night?
I got no complaints.
I thought we
Of
were
course
at Lady K's at the begin with, not at our house.
No, we
We
went
went
back
to
to
our
our house, and then we found it being arsoned.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because you only have a limited amount of nights that Lady K is willing to like put you up. It's like
Yeah.
without charging you basically for that service.
Taking from Dirk's bag some of like the beef jerky that has been in there, can I tempt Whisper to like stay and watch the house, and if something happens, he flies over?
Okay, so the Whisper is effectively your bud, so you can just like you can command him to do whatever you like. So Whisper hangs out there. Ah!
Thanks, bud. It just like she gives him like little pets and ow.
It's like,
I love that. I love that.
Whisper has blood on his claw, on his talons. You're not quite sure where it came from, however. It's like...
Oh, look at my little self-sufficient boy! Like, scratches under his chin. And then...
Alright, the cats sort of, like, follow you in a large... What is a group of cats called? Is it?
Oh, actually, Google this. It's called, hang on.
Are you Googling it again?
No.
No.
It's called a clouder.
A
Clouder.
What?
Clowder.
Okay.
Like chowder, but with an L.
Yes. A clouder of cats are peeking at you from corners of alleyways and sort of disappearing, then reappearing. It's like in very non-Euclidean ways. Every so often, it's like, weren't they behind us or like, what they behind us?
Can Owl pick Ping Pong up just like she has to hold her little buddy?
Sure.
Yeah, little dingus.
Okay.
Owl, you sure you're not a druid? You literally have like an entire convoy of things following you.
Yes.
I never said I wasn't. No, and I don't have any levels. I should have levels in druid. I have bad animal handling.
We can make you a druid for next campaign.
But
All right. Speaking of which, what is everybody's level at the moment?
we're all level 9.
We're all level 9. Okay. And how many sessions have we been playing at level 9?
Not that many, I don't think.
I'd say like what, 2 or 3?
Yeah, I'm saying we're generally sticking to... I was generally trying to level up everybody every 3 sessions, so just trying to remember at this point. Okay, we'll level up at the end of this session. We'll just keep it at level 9 to keep it simple for right now.
Okay.
Okay, so the you head back to Lady K's. The Black Fairy Cassandra is holding court as usual in her in the back room. Welcome back, lovelies. What you staying the night?
Our place got burned out, so yes, please, madame.
Too badly burned.
Rooms on the top floor are available at this point. Feel free to take any one of them. Tell Glinda here. Tell Gretchen here. Which one you're going to use, and she'll get you a lock and key. All right. It seems to be a relatively low-key night here at Lady K's. There are not trapeze artists like swinging from the ceiling. There's not a WWE match going down on the bottom floor, as everybody seems to be sort of listening to light chamber music and drinking wine or cocktail of choice, and the conversation in in conversations in low whispers in private corners and behind beaded curtains.
Well, just like, is this normal for the night? Did we walk into the wrong place?
In any case, we have to have a quiet night at least once or twice during the week. It's like the noble gents like it that way. It's like I don't like it that way, but it's like we're a business after all.
Yeah.
I honestly don't mind a quiet night after the day we've been through. Ugh.
All right. You sleep away the rest of the evening into the dawn, which comes all too soon. You only get maybe about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but you take a late, rise late, essentially, to get your full long rest. There, you can smell rashers and potatoes cooking in the kitchen, and
Roasting.
And there's there's that America's Drink coffee that seems to be recently popular.
Owl's about to reach for some coffee.
No.
Cassandra basically has like this white morning mask on and her hair up in like a towel and is wearing a silk bathrobe. So it's like, and smoking a cigarette at the same time. So it's like,
They don't call her the Black Fairy for nothing.
Good morning.
Morning.
Did you rest well?
Oh, I always rest well. I'm interested in your cat following here. Where did this group of cats come from?
I don't know.
They have the stink of the Fae on them.
Don't know, and I don't want to think about it. Are they still there?
Bro.
Mack doesn't want to think about it, but we found them at a church. There was like a torn down church. Oh my goodness, we forgot about the guy.
Hmm?
The guy we were gonna help. We were taking his remains to St. Paul's? St. something?
St. Mary's, yeah.
St. Mary's. Oh my
There's
god.
There's two people we're bringing to St. Mary's.
Yeah, the priest who
The
healed
priest
us
and the
in
knight,
fight
the
at
remnants,
Boston.
the holy remnants of the two sort of holy ghosts that were left over in the church. So,
We got it.
also known as not all undead are bad.
Yeah.
So,
And that was a long rest, right? I'm sorry.
yeah, that was a long rest. So I was back to full hit points and full spells.
I say we head over to St. Mary's.
It might be,
A useful benefit.
especially because they were so
Would you
nice.
would you be interested in leaving your clouder of cats with me for a little bit? I wish to have a conversation with them.
I mean, take them. I don't care. Mac just walks back out the door.
Owl just like reluctant is like holding Bing Bong and he's like dangling from her hands. He seems very reluctant.
I'll whisper to Bartholomew. Go ahead and appear in front of Mac and smack him real quick, and then appear away.
Okay.
Disappear.
Well, the cats, of course, try to trip up Mac as he's trying to get out. He's like trying to wind through his legs, and he's like, trying not to step on a cat. The Lady Emma is familiar, of course, is familiar, so it's hiding out wherever it is hiding out. I'm assuming it's just sort of in her cloak because it's sort of a runty, like orange tabby. So
Nibbling! Very protective of nibbling.
nibbling is like permanently in your robes at this point, or a pocket in your cloak.
Now that cat does not leave.
It's like,
And Owl just looks to Bing Bong, just, do you want to hang out with the nice lady? Just like looking at him, trying to see if does she understand him? Probably not, but she at least has to ask.
you've all known that the cats can understand common just fine. Essentially, whether or not they respond or not is the other question. It's the more pertinent
exactly.
question.
Owl's gotta put it.
Okay, so Bing Bong simply gives you a long, lazy, like yawn, and as you put him down, and he basically takes a nap.
Oh, baby. Like usually cats only sleep if they're comfortable. So I mean, I think that's a positive. I think the cats will be fine staying here.
What's Bartholomew doing?
Bartholomew isn't actually a Fae. He's not part of the Jellicoe host. He just happens to be hanging out with these individuals. He's technically your buddy.
What does
just like Whisper is Owl's buddy.
What does this Lady K say about him?
As far as Cassandra is going, well, I have no idea what that cat is. It's just I'm guessing it's a mystic beast from Tir Nanog. It seems to have taken a liking to you.
It is a certified good boy.
He is.
Oh Lord, he coming.
And Bartholomew is like Mancoon, so he's the size of a medium-sized dog.
Yes, so he's like the size of a mountain lion or a lynx. So.
Okay. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. I thought we were talking just like a real fat Maine Coon. Okay.
Except he looks like he has all the features of a house cat, so it's like. Okay, so let's see here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think if the cats want to hang out, I think that would be fine. Just looking to Cassandra, who wanted to talk to the cats.
Cassandra goes, I appreciate you doing me this favor. It's like.
Absolutely.
She pointed out, she purrs and come cats. We have much to discuss. All right, so you head back to St. Mary's, over the bridge, and head over to northward. The nice part, you can still see this pall of smoke hanging over the over at the docks by the Thames at this point, as there's all sorts of gossip on the streets. Essentially, it was ferry terrorists. It's like those damn Prussians. It's like I heard it was vampires. It's like you poke that guy in the shoulder. It's like, yeah, you're right. As they look at you oddly, you eventually head over to St. Mary's. It's large Gothic arches sweeping up into the sky. The front stained glass glittering, giving it a multicolored sheen as it shines down from the early dawn sun. Well, I'm saying St. Mary's just looks like a Gothic cathedral, essentially. You knock 3 times on the priest's door on the far side, on the commoner's entrance. A young priest comes out to greet you. His tonsure having been freshly shaved on the top of his head, giving him a shiny sheen in the broad dawn light. It's like he's looking. He looks over the lot of you. It's like
Owl is just entranced by his shiny head.
Yes. There's
I'll bow and say we bring you the bodies of 2 a priest and a holy warrior. And I'll tell him where we got him from.
Well, take him back to the take the remains to the mortuary out around back. Just go down the stairs and to the right. You can't miss it. That is where the funerary manager will help you out and see that these individuals get a proper burial within the cemetery. Note there's a fee as essentially if they need a gravestone.
I will tell them what happened and why we brought them here. And who they are.
It's like, be that as it may, I'm not one to decide that. The funerary manager would be the right person.
How
Thank
are we
you.
carrying these remains again?
So these are the remains of the spirit of the priest, the spirit of the knight that were left at that ruined church. That was
it was the crumbled church that was more like in the dirt more than anything else. But I'm just
it's like there was only an underground sanctuary that was surrounded by that was basically made up of the bones of the holy and sainted dead.
Yes. Wait,
it was Saint Cuthbert. We have the ashes of Saint Cuthbert.
Yes.
Oh, we're carrying ashes. Wait, how are we carrying the remains? I'm sorry.
The remains that you just sort of put in a bag. That's about it.
Okay.
Because none of you are particularly none of you are Christian, so it's like the correct funerary rites for Christians is just like I don't know.
I mean, it's just like 2 separate. Okay.
Yes, just 2 separate bags. It's just you'd have 2 separate bags of bones, effectively. It's like so.
Dang, that would be good for a spell. But anyway, they were
There you
nice, so we can't use it for a spell.
No.
They were.
You
nice.
head around back of St. Mary's. There's a extensive graveyard here, a somber and holy place with you can see various people paying respects to the dead, leaving flowers, cleaning graves. There's quite a few people here because the graveyard in the back of St. Mary's is quite large. We're talking about easily 300, 400 graves over about an acre. You head around back and down the stairs into the mortuarium, and there's a gilded door with white, also pristinely white marble. As you ring a bell on the way in, and a person in a sort of white smock and a priest with a freshly shaved tonsure, and he's sort of middle-aged and has sort of a hook beak nose. He's He has a pair of those glasses that you sort of just perch on the tip of your on the bridge of your nose. It's like, may I help you? It's like, do you have loved ones that you need need to be buried here at St. Mary's? Last rites? Are you looking for a funeral procession?
Krishana and/or Lady Emma, would you like to talk about it? Just because I know you guys haven't talked much.
Remains to them, tell them, hey, these are, so-and-so from the Church of, blah up north.
Cuthbert, yes, it's like, it's like, do you have anything to show their providence that these are indeed worshippers of St. Cuthbert?
Didn't they have, emblems that they used?
Yes, you show, you show some of the reliquaries and items essentially from the church. It's like, well,
we met.
I must take your word for this. But how would you like these individuals to be honored? It's like normal funerary services would cost 200 gold for each burial with appropriate services. If you would like them to be entombed in the main mortuary. I'm sorry, the main mausoleum. You saw a large marble mausoleum on the way in. It's like that would be 500 gold apiece.
I mean, they were people of the faith, and one was a priest, the other one was a warrior.
As individuals of the faith, I would expect you to donate to the church for their proper burial and entombment.
Mm.
No, I'm talking within the group, not to the priest.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm trying to convince them.
You're having this conversation internally with your group at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
So
he gives you all the time you need, essentially. He mentions the basic services to be buried in the ground, in a wooden casket with the proper burial rites, to be done by St. Mary's staff would be 200 gold for each entombment, and then if you want to be buried with honors in the main mortuary, in this main mausoleum, then it's 500 gold apiece.
I say with honors.
I am inclined to agree, considering that they were powerful enough to remain as spirits. I think they deserve it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so chip out 1,000 gold out of the party funds to pay for these two individuals' entombment. All right, for doing so, everybody picks up. Okay, so you all pick up a blessing at this point. You can use this blessing at any time to automatically succeed on a save.
Perfect.
As you can see, their Star Wars ghost basically smiling on you from beyond. As you can see.
It's just like can we all give them a big wave since they were so nice.
Yes.
Owls waving. Just enjoy the afterlife.
And I'll say, I may be that of the faith of Tirnanog, but I still respect and honor those who sacrifice their lives in their faith and to protect others.
Okay. All right. There's a broad smile upon each of their ghostly visages as they sort of fade off out of existence. All right. So you spend the better part of until mid-afternoon, making funeral arrangements, attending the actual ceremony itself. One of the probably the bishops comes out and actually conducts the ceremony. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance, as very some of you who are sort of fidgety, are fidgeting the whole time. It's like, man, these Christian ceremonies are so long. It's like they basically chant on in Latin, not even a language any of you can understand, for the better part of an hour.
Owl is totally dissociated the entire time.
Zumlar's trying to be as honorable as he possibly can.
All right, so Zumlar pays careful, rapt attention the whole time, and some of you are just sort of fidgeting the whole time. Okay, so those people who are actually fidgeting, I need to have you make perception or investigation checks to see if since you've been here a while, see if anybody is paying you undue attention.
I Okay, I'm better on investigation, so let me do that.
So Zumlar will technically stand by the caskets as like an honor guard kind of deal.
Okay.
Owl has no idea. She got a 7.
Yeah, Mac only got a 10 for perception.
Okay. Lady Emma, how are you doing? What's your perception?
You know what? I rolled and I got a 7.
Okay, so some of you are like Lady Emma's like fascinated by weird rituals, and this is like certainly weird in her her taste. It's like oh, I can see why my uncle always liked going to church. It's like the Christian church. Oh, never mind. I keep on forgetting your due to your background. You've actually probably been baptized in part of the Christian religion. It's just like you're just no practice.
Yeah, I have Lady Emma has a thing against religion, but she like her family. Yeah, she was definitely baptized.
Your family is all about pomps and circumstances. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Okay, so you at least know enough to basically just like feign paying attention the whole time out of respect. So that's what you do. Okay, so nobody happened to spot what's going on in the background in this particular case. So.
Oh man.
Oh wait, was I supposed to make a perception roll too, or no?
No, you have paid rapt attention during the whole time, basically in due respect of these honored heroes. So.
Is Owl doing like doodles on like the little pieces of paper and pencils they have in the pews?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they appropriate doodles? That's what I'm. Or is he,
Can I make a perception roll to see if I notice Owl doing this?
Oh, you notice Al doing it and give her a shove every so often, but it just like doesn't stop her from doing it. Let's put it that way.
like looks at him and like, how?
Come on, I feel like somewhere in the back of his mind is going, man, I hope I got some of these people pay better, or pay me more respect if I die. Jesus.
Right?
I'm like, don't worry, we'll probably be doing the same thing. You know what to expect.
All right, all right, you head out. It's sort of early afternoon. You're all famished because it's like well past lunch at this point. You catch a lunch at a local pub, and it's like they have these newfangled things called sandwiches that are quick and easy to take with you. It's like you're. Some of you, Mac is going, this is nowhere near as good as a pasty, but it's like, it'll do in a pinch.
I'll still get the concept.
All right, let's see here. All right, so what are your next moves at this point? You could retrieve your pets from Cassandra for now. What other things? There's looking into the Nevilles at this point, since it's obviously they have some ties to the Davenports, and then the other thing is, what other things?
There was also still the wizard, but he's all the way out in the countryside. So
there's the wizard in the countryside. That's true, but you could always go to the Wizards College, and next to Cornell, and find out more about this wizard, because all the wizards around here in some way or another are associated to the Wizards College.
I thought we did. We learned his name, and we learned that he's like kind of eccentric and studied the black arts, which we drew the conclusion that he probably very much had something to do with the elder god that's hanging in the sky.
Yes, that's correct. Let's see. Other things, you have that weird bit of poetry about the Golden Kingdom of, or the Golden City of Carcosia, where the Yellow King sleeps. And let's see here.
We also still need to track down the two heirs to the throne of Tir Nanog.
Yes, that's correct. So all of those are possible things you can be investigating at this point. What do you want to be doing?
How's everyone feeling? Do we want to go towards Link?
I don't want to start tackling. I don't want to bite off something too big without Tree being here.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do we want to like go check on the cats then, since that's kind of smaller?
Cats first, maybe track down the kids, then we'll review our itinerary from there.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough. All right, you head back to Lady K's. Gretchen, who's Lady K's assistant. Well, they seem to be Lady K and your cat seem to be busy in a ritual of some sort in the back. Lady Cassandra said to come on back once you're ready. You wouldn't be interrupting them at all. So they're down in the basement. Take the main stairwell down. There'll be a blue door to your left and a black door to your right. Go through the black door.
I ask, what
Mack is
kind?
immediately skeptical. Like, ritual? Basement? Cats? No, thank you.
Oh, Mac, don't be a chicken. You're a dog.
Krishana just immediately starts skipping down to the stairs.
Okay.
Did you guys turn me down too low, or can you still hear me? Okay.
We can still hear you just fine.
I can hear you. I didn't hear what you said, if you said anything.
I was trying to, but Mac kind of spoke over me.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I was going to ask what kind of a ritual they were performing.
Ah.
Well, nothing. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of meows and yowls down there, but that's about it. It's like I can't assume. It's like Cassandra. I think Cassandra gave up a lot of her mystic powers when she became. She decided to join the mortal world, so it's like I can't imagine it's anything particularly too fearsome or too interesting.
Right.
I wonder if she's trying to get something back.
Yeah.
Are these like distressed meows, or are they like happy meow? Like, can you tell at all?
Oh, it doesn't sound nothing distressing. No, it's like
thank
it seemed to
goodness.
be like chanting. If you could say cats can do that.
I just have an image of like the cats all in cloaks. Oh my! I love it. Okay, Owl's immediately heading down. She has to see this.
All right. There's a whole bunch of cats, like in a circle around a pentagram with Lady K in the middle, doing something along the lines of meow 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 as they're all in little black cloaks. You're going, okay, this is super weird. This is super weird.
Look at the
We call to the lamb now.
There. It's like you open the door and it's like there's this overpowering urge for you to all rush into the center of the circle. I need wisdom saves for everybody.
Oh no! All right. Wisdom save.
17.
Okay.
22.
20.
22. I'm rolling fire tonight.
Okay. So everybody that does not get an 18 or better, essentially, sort of like willingly or unwillingly, sort of like steps into the center of the circle.
I'm going to use that inspiration on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
What, you don't love your cat that much?
I got a dirty 20 on that one.
I did worse than the first time. Okay, I guess I'm stepping into the circle.
No, Lady Emma, no!
Listen, none of us are happy about it.
Okay, so Lady Emma sort of steps through and like winks out of existence. It's like Cassandra sort of spins around at this point. She's sort of floating maybe about 3 feet off the top of the circle. She's going, oh wait. She motions for all the cats to stop. Just like they just keep on going, like meow 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 as the suction gets stronger and stronger. As some of you are like hanging onto the door frame, and your feet are basically dangling towards the center of the circle.
Oh my god, we just wanted to kill something.
I grabbed her Krishana as I know she's not that strong, and I just hold her forearm.
Okay.
Can Owl try to reach for at least one of the cats to try to stop them from chanting?
I'll say,
Okay,
Barf,
so
what the hell are you doing?
go ahead and make a grapple check to grab some of the cats and see if you can disrupt their meowy ceremony.
Oh wait, which would that be? Wait, which one's
So
the
that's an athletics check.
Oh, okay, cool. I can do athletics. I'm good at athletics. I got that athleticism. Oof, that was a 14.
All right, the cats sort of like deftly dive out of the way as you go sliding into the center of the circle.
Dang it!
And wink out of existence.
I will yell now at the top of my lungs. Everyone stop now.
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Because he's pissed off after he saw Owl just disappear. That's a nat 20.
And going to the center.
So that's a 26.
All right, several of the cats finally stop. Basically, their meowing chant. There's you can see in a sort of like this like oblong wobbling portal. You can see Lady Emma and Owl sort of like spitting through like the swirling kaleidoscope of a portal off into the distance.
Can Owl just be like raising her arms, going wee?
Medieval swirly.
At this point, you guys will notice that Zumlar's eyes are glowing white, like they're like bright white. Because he's
about
pissed.
that period of time. Lady K goes, well, shrugs her shoulder and dives into the portal herself. At this point,
Mack,
as you can hear from Lady K, like yelling from the inside of the portal, it's probably safe. It's like, come along if you wish. I'll take care of your two friends.
seeing Lady Emma, or not Lady Emma, Lady K dive in, and Maggie just like, fuck it, and just walks forward and like scuba dives into the portal.
Okay.
I'll go in too, just because Zumlar's kind of protective of Owl.
Okay.
Krishana's already in. She tried going after she saw Emma disappear.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Dirk, who is not particularly strong, loses a grip on the door and shoots in. Okay, so everybody's in the port. All right, so you're all spinning through time and space, and eventually all land in an alleyway. But you're looking up at the sky and looking around, and essentially you don't see each other, but you do see a whole bunch of cats.
I look at my hands. What do I see?
A pair of cat paws.
No! Not again, Lawrence! Why?
Amazing.
You were here when we went through this the first time!
Owl. Owl's just looking at... Owl looks at her friends. Does she see a bunch of cats as well?
So you see a whole bunch of cats as well. It's like,
Yes!
you see, in fact, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cats.
We are all down. And Owl, oh my god, Owl stays.
One of the pair of cats basically has a big pair of like black butterfly wings, and she and that cat is sort of like grooming herself at the moment. It's like her eyes sort of glitter with a weird rainbow energy. It's like, oh, that must be Lady K. That must be Cassandra.
Owl immediately takes to chasing her own tail.
Okay.
Just stoked. Wait, what happens? Is Whisper a bird or is he a cat now too?
Who's a cat?
Whisper. Is Whisper a cat or is he a bird amongst cats?
Whisper's back at the house.
Whisper is like watching your old safe house to report back to you later on.
Okay, cool.
What
kind of
Nibbling,
cat would...
however, is almost like maybe half the size of Lady Emma, and is like, as Nibbling's trying to like nudge up to Lady Emma, it's like,
Oh, bees.
What kind of cat would Zumlar be turned into? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Since you're mainly, I don't know, an old scratched up tomcat, essentially, that's been in a veteran of many fights.
Oh my god, he's got the Tom cheeks!
Yes.
Poor grumpy man.
One of your ears is mangled, and you have one of your eyes is like white from having been in cataract, looking from having been in a fight. But you look big and mean.
Bad pun.
Yes.
All right, I guess we should probably look around.
And of course, Mack is some sort of cat dog. It's like his snout is slightly too long, and
why does that feel like it would be like a fox?
Yes, yeah, he sort of looks. It looks like a fox, sort of. Except so maybe a gray or silver fox of some sort.
That'd be dangerous in London with all the fox hunting at this time period, right?
Yes.
Ooh, Mac, watch your back.
I don't think we're in London anymore, sweetheart.
Well,
you're looking around, and it's like you seem to be on a not too far from some sort of large river or something, and you can hear in American accented English. It's like, get your red hots right here. They seem to be offering up like red tinted sausages in buns, like big pile of them. It's like almost as tall as this guy, basically, stacked up on the stand. It's like so maybe about 10 dogs high. Did
we just turn to the cat version of Oliver and Company?
Possibly. Like the.
I'm sorry. This is my dumb shit. Can Owl try to see if they'll give her a sausage?
You head up. This kid basically rips off a bit of his hot dog and sets it gently on the ground for you. He has a sort of a newsy cap. He has a satchel full of of newspapers as he hungrily munches on the rest of his hot dog, and it's gives you a rough pat and starts. Okay, I gotta get going, cat. It's gotta be delivering the papers today.
Can Owl paw to try to see if she can get one of the papers? Just kind of pawing curiously.
Oh, there's paper scattered around all over the place as you sort of just grab one. And it's I'm
sorry.
Bless you.
As the top news story is Jewish mafia causing ruckus in the boroughs. As you're sort of reading through this, you're reading through the front page, and it's about Jewish mobsters having taken over the outer boroughs. And what is the mayor and the cops, the police doing about it?
Cops are robbers.
Owl just grabs one in the mouth, gives a little purr to the person who gave her a hot dog, and then runs over to the group with the newspaper, just
okay,
yeah, so we can all discuss.
Does
it have a date?
Lady K mentions to you. Well, we'll be able to talk to each other, but this is the realm of the Jellicoe host. They've told me that they're looking for an arbiter to decide the next leader of the Jellicoe host. We can nominate ourselves, but I don't know if we necessarily have the qualifications. But they're looking for a neutral deciding party on who's going to be next head of the Jellicoe host.
I mean, we're not koalas, so I guess we don't have the qualifications.
Boo! Wasn't even a cat pun!
I said we're not koalas, so we're not qualified.
Yes.
Owl walks away. No, She's just pouting and her ears are put back. Absolutely not. No.
Horrible dad puns coming from out of Zumlar.
Just Zoomster, man.
But Cassandra goes, we're generally not going to easily get back until we've resolved this item for the Jellicoe host at this point. We probably should go find other cats at this point. I'm told there's a large nest of cats over by this place called Central Park.
Okay, I guess we can meander along.
How y'all feeling about that? Lady Emma, Krishana? Mac.
Hey, I'm walking here.
God damn it. But Lady Emma, Krishana, did you want to weigh in?
I want to get out of here as soon as possible, and she just sits down and starts grooming herself.
Okay.
Right, Emma is just thrilled with the fact that she is now, like, interacting with Nibbling at Nibbling size.
Nibbling sort of like is treating you like mama cat at this point as you.
Oh my god, wait. Do you guys know about, like, Gandalf and Dave? Like, those cats on TikTok?
Not a fan.
No.
Okay, I'll put it in chat later tonight.
Okay, got it. All right, so you can hear this like really, really incredibly high pitched whistling coming from just down the. You're all in an alleyway at the moment, off the main street. You can hear some high pitched whistling, and then you see this white van with this painted logo of a giant net, and basically it says animal control over the side. These two white-robed individuals, these white uniformed individuals with like catch nets come rushing out of the car and start rushing towards you guys.
I yell, "Run!" as I stand between everyone and the animal catchers.
Looks like we got a brave one here.
Is there anything Owl can use to knock them in the head?
Do we still have our abilities?
Do you actually try to call upon your mystic abilities as a paladin, like cast Sunsphere or anything along those lines? Oh shit!
That's a thing. Let me check that out. I just kind of.
All right, so Owl basically your hackles raise, and then you start hacking up a hairball as this blob of energy forms up in your jaws and shoots out towards the animal catchers.
Oh my god! This. Can Emma throw half fireballs?
A fire hairball?
It's sort of something very similar happens as you wiggle your toes and waggle your tail as basically you hack out this fireball. It's like, but the two animal catchers are very surprised by this. Both of you, Emma normal fireball damage. I'll roll to hit.
Okay.
I feel kind of bad. I don't really want to kill them, but I had the idea, and now I'm going to.
Yeah. Wait, which spell do I use for this?
You roll to hit first, like your spell to hit. So you add your wisdom. Well, actually, here's your charisma. I guess charisma is the paladin spellcasting stat. So add your charisma bonus, your proficiency bonus, which is 3 at this point, and then to d20.
Proficiency is up to 4 now.
Oh, it's 4? Okay, so it's
4
probably plus 6 or plus 7, I'm guessing.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, my spell attack is plus 7, and then I have a plus 3 modifier.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to hit first.
Okay, that'll be...
Alright, both balls of energy come out quite a bit smaller than you were expecting. It's like, it doesn't blow up in a 20-foot radius, it blows up maybe in a 10-foot radius. The solar orb is like rather than the size of a softball, is the size of a ping pong ball.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
So I'll just
Emma rolled a 25 on her fireball.
Okay, so both of them are not. After the fireball explodes, they're scorched, but not crispy critters like your normal fireball effect is, as they're definitely on fire. They're like, ah! They're running around all over the place.
So I think I used I think I got a dirty 20 because I rolled a 13 and my spell attack is plus 7.
Okay, one of them that's running around, you beat him in the head with your solar orb as he bonks his head on one of the iron downspouts and knocks himself out and is lying unconscious in the alleyway, and the other animal catcher is running around in the street going ah and rolling around in a puddle at the moment. You're going. You take this moment to exit stage left.
I'll laugh a little bit because I just peed him. I just walk over to the guy who's rolling around, just pee on him, and just leave.
Well, you pee on the unconscious guy, and then leave.
Children.
Mom's not here. Keep going.
There's a small there's this probably like 8-year-old girl with like her jaw drops and her eyes go really wide and they're like, wow.
She just drops her ice cream.
Exactly. All right, you dash down the alleyway and are trying to find your way around the city. I need survival or investigation checks, whichever is better for your character at this point, as you're trying to navigate New York City.
Survival.
I'm so bad on both of them.
Fuck! I got a 10 for survival.
Dirty 20.
Survival?
I got a dirty 20 for...
I'm gonna investigation or survival. Sorry.
Yes, whichever is better for you. Yes.
Okay, investigation. Let's hope it's good. Oh, dang, 18. Okay, cool.
So I got a dirty 20 for the survival.
Okay. All right, so I just needed a majority of you to succeed on this. So you eventually like read street signs and eventually figure out. Okay, well, let's see here. You're sort of quickly figure out you're on some sort of large island somewhere, and then all the streets basically going north and south are sort of numerically numbered, increasingly numbered, and then going east to west, basically alphabetically increase, basically from west to east. You eventually figure out that Central Park is probably the center of this island. And start heading that direction. You meet a particularly incredibly fat, orange and white striped tabby who's like, "Oi, where are you folks from? You're not part of the host."
No, I say no, we're not, with like a low, like clenching my teeth, looking at Lady K.
Well, I'm saying this is just some random Jellicle host member. Well, my name's Garfield, by the way. It's like, what's your names?
I'm Zumlar.
Zumlar, that's an unusual name. Your human give you that name, or is that your Jellicle host name?
I'm an elf, actually.
Wow.
Turned cat.
It's great being a cat, isn't it?
I prefer to be my elf self again, but
He's just a buzzkill. Owl's just like steps in. It's just, my name's Owl.
Nice to meet you, Owl.
Hey.
You from back east? Yeah, because basically you're like an Eastern style cat, like a Abyssinian or like some Seal Point cat, like a Siamese or something.
Oh, dang! I'm fancy. Sorry. Anyway, I gotta look up Abides. I haven't seen them. You guys can keep talking. I just want to check this out. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay.
They're also known as the spider monkey cat because they like climbing into like ridiculously high places and are super acrobatic. So
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I will be utilizing that. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, somewhere around there, sure. Or I mean, honest. Sorry, I forgot. Zumlar already explained we were like changed into cats. Technically, I'm the same as him. I'm not actually a cat. Like
oh. So were you? Did you volunteer to be arbiters in the next gathering?
I mean, that seems like a plan, and we don't currently have.
I'll show you the way. It's like, you like jazz? I like jazz. It's like there's a nice jazz spot on the way. They always feed us well.
Oh, I love the sound of that. And it just Owl looks to everyone. Just how do we feel about jazz?
Emma's down. She's very cultured, so she loves the concept.
Yeah.
All right. They're sort of like blaring, slightly out of tune music. All the humans seem to like it. Your Garfield seems to like it a lot, and and some of you are kind of sort of can take it or leave it because it's like it definitely is dissonant at some points to like cat ears at least. So the there's a lot of dark-skinned humans around here. There's bowls of food and milk and some fish essentially for all of you, as there seems to be a large collection of various cats, tabbies and CO points, and some black cats and some white cats. And there's this sort of like inscrutable, like hairless sphinx sitting on top of a piano that isn't being used at the moment, looking down at a lot of you. It's like, the grapevine has it that you're all that you're the arbiters of the change. So do you know what's involved? It's like,
oh, sorry.
Emma's gonna respond, and she's gonna be like, no, actually, we really don't.
well, there's three candidates currently. Garfield over there that led you in is one of them. There's Max and there's Sam. Sam's she's the sort of the leading. Samantha's the leading contender at this point, as she's considered probably the most competent of our leaders. But Garfield is well liked, and Max wants to take back our territory from the Hounds, which are sort of taking the northern part of the city for themselves. Sam wants to bid for peace, and Garfield just doesn't care one way or the other. Essentially, we're cats after all. Why should we care about territory? So,
why should I work? I'm sorry. Anyway, and so we're just putting our vote in. We're basically helping you decide your leader.
Yeah, you're helping us to decide the leader. It's like because the host is itself is terrible at making choices.
I feel that in my bones.
It's worth noting, when enough of us get together, something odd always happens. So that's why we normally the arbiters might be called upon to keep the peace of the gathering itself. It's not normally the cats themselves that are causing fractious troubles. Essentially, the fact that we're all Fae, and if enough of us gather, something interesting always happens. And you'll be asked to basically quell whatever oddities or chaos magic may be drawn to the area. Are you up for the task?
Owl looks at everyone.
Can I go back to my human form, my elven form?
Wait, sorry, what was that? Lady Emma?
No, this place doesn't have like elves or celestials or various odd folk from fantasy realms. So werewolves. So no, you must keep your cat form.
And what were you saying, Lady Emma? I couldn't hear you.
I was just gonna say, Lady Emma's just gonna nod, like, yeah, okay, like, I'm just along for the ride right now. But she is kind of suspicious of being surrounded by so many fae.
Owl's just, like, stoked. She's like, pacing around and, like, looking at everything because everything is interesting. And just gives a vague, like, sure! But just, like, is jumping everywhere trying to investigate things.
All right. You try your hand at playing the piano as a cat. Give me a performance check.
Oh boy. Here we go.
I assume Krishana also tries her paw at basically playing the piano. It's like, can I still play an instrument as a cat?
I got an 18.
Look for a drum set.
Okay. Oh.
Owl got an 18.
All right, you make a passable rendition of chopsticks using your paws.
Chop suey.
Oh, my music teacher heart. I love that.
It's like the you sort of play. You either play the bass or the snare, essentially, because you can't reach both at the same time, Krishana. As the drummer, sort of like the male drummer with a sort of silk bowler hat, gives you a broad smile and puts you on his lap as you keep beat. It's like, you're all that, kitten. It's like, as he gives you a swift rub across your head. It's like, you notice coming in through the back is this like are an angry bunch of like mangled looking cats. It's like, the Sphinx goes, oh, looks like what Treble dragged in. There's Max's faction over there. Max is the extra big one in the center. As you see this tabby that he has as many scars as he has stripes in his coat. So he looks like he's missing fur in a whole bunch of different places. His tail is crooked and cracked it's sort of bent in the middle as if it had been run over or broken at some point.
Am I bigger than he is?
He's about as big as you. You're roughly the same size. He's like,
but we have the same amount of scars.
Yeah.
Or I got more.
So he has more scars than you, as he's been in probably many more fights. You see Garfield is just like lounging around on the bar. He's sort of like plumped himself up into one of the big orange cat loaf, and basically to where you can just barely see his eyes, and his head, his ears are folded down, and he just sort of like gives one lazy eye to Max as he enters. Like,
I'll yell lasagna and point.
The Garfield gives you the cat equivalent of a thumbs up.
It's like, you want lasagna, Garfield? Huh?
Oh, I love lasagna. It's like I hang out in Little Italy all the time. So.
Aww.
I wanted to try this again to see if I could run towards it.
Well, we're not gonna. Well, we're definitely not gonna like get lasagna here in Harlem, but maybe after we have the meet this evening, you can come with me to Little Italy.
I would love that, actually.
So the Max gives all of you like the once up and down. It's like, I don't think we need outsiders here deciding what is Jellicoe Host's business. Why don't you lot all get lost?
I'll let out a low growl, or like a hiss, I guess you could say.
As you hiss at each other and begin circling each other. Like,
Owl's gonna step in between. It's just, well, we were kind of asked to come along. We're guests of other people. You don't get to decide if we're here or not, at least.
The Sphinx cat sitting up on the piano is like, she's right, you know. The arbiters are not to be touched, so leave them be.
Part of Zumlar is like he's like trying to dare. Like, he's in his head. He's like, oh, I hope he touches Owl.
And Owl just like is licking her paw sassily.
But you don't hear me saying this. It's in my head.
But
all right, so
just give me a reason.
Effectively, they don't directly assault you if you don't assault them. Effectively, so you just have a couple of tense moments of circling each other and hissing and raising of hackles, but there's no actual fight that occurs. About that period of time, it's like, just because it's like, it's you guys, of course. You can hear a breathless young boy in a newsy cap runs in. It's like, it's the cops. It's like, scram, everyone, let's go. It's a raid. As you can hear whistles and the clacking of jack boots on heavy iron metal grating. Basically, that sort of forms the stairs leading down into this basement bar. It's like this sort of speakeasy. You're guessing is perhaps not a completely legal gathering, as as cats go running every which way, and people go running every which way out the back. There seems to be two clean exits out of here, either up through one of those ventilation windows that sort of leads up onto the street, or alternately heading out the back with the rest of the people. The ventilation window will lead you out towards the front, however, so you're not quite sure if that's the safest option or not, but trying to weave through a crowd of people that might step on you also doesn't look like particularly all that safe. The Sphinx cat, Max's group sort of like evaporates into thin air. You're not quite sure where they went off to. Garfield sort of ducks down behind the bar, and the Sphinx seems to be just like yawning into their paw at the moment, like hanging out on top of the piano.
I'm going to yell at Max, "You coward, get back here and help me fight."
Right. Well, Max's team basically seems to have disappeared off somewhere that you didn't see offhand, and so they're just all gone, all 10 of them, just like the moment basically you look to the kid, you look back, and Max's group are gone.
You guys want to follow the guy in the hat?
Oh yeah, we'll get out of here.
Okay, so the obvious exits are either, you're guessing, you happen to catch Garfield like jumping down behind the bar, so there might be a way out over there. There's the sort of like street level windows essentially from the basement that go out the front, or you can take your chances with running out with the people out the back.
I say we investigate behind the bar where Garfield went.
Yeah, Garfield was the one who invited us. It's only fair that we follow him.
Okay, so you run below the service station, i.e. the sort of flap where it slaps down and where drinks are basically handed out to the wait staff. You run under there and take a right. You catch a glimpse of Garfield heading through a swinging back door towards the kitchen. Do you continue to follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You shove your way through the swinging double doors to the kitchen. There's an angry-looking black woman with a cleaver in one hand and a cast iron pan in the other. It's just like you see Garfield sort of like smushing himself underneath the prep table at this point, and wiggling his way towards the back to avoid the angry chef act here. Like, oh, you ridiculous cats! You don't belong here. Get out of here!
Owl's gonna just be jumping around from like higher surface to higher surface to get away.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Okay. I got a 13. Okay.
It's certainly not the most graceful thing ever as you like scramble and knock over pots and pans, and they're making a loud clatter to the floor. This seems to anger the cook in the back even more. It's like as she takes a wild swing at you with her pot.
What happened?
And misses widely as you...
It's just Owl just...
Okay, so effectively you need to make your way past the cook in the kitchen, essentially. She seems to be not particularly pleased with a half a dozen cats basically running roughshod through her kitchen at the moment. There's a couple big pots of like some sort of stew or soup on the hob at the moment, and there's numerous pots and pans sort of stacked up in like steel kitchen shelves off to the right, and then there's a big prep table, which looks like there's a big pile of partially breaded fried chicken at the moment.
Oh, that sounds cozy. I kind of want that now.
On the far back, you can see Garfield slide it, like shooting out like a greased pig from underneath the prep table with a loud pop, and scrambling for the back door at the moment. Okay, so Is everybody just gonna avoid the cook at this point, or is someone doing something to just disable the cook, and so you can just make your way through here safely without being swung at with a cleaver and and various pots and pans?
I'm going to summon my echo as a distraction.
Okay. I need an athletics check to rush past as your echo offers a distraction.
22.
Okay, your echo gets flattened, gets turned into a 2-day cat caricature by a solid swat from the pan, but you make it past quickly. All right, so you're at the door. Owl's at the door. Lady Emma.
Lady Emma got a 20.
Lady Emma got a 20. All right, you leap from spot to spot in the kitchen, like grab a piece of chicken on the way out, and land neatly by the front by the back door. Krishana.
I got a 5 athletics.
Okay. You get bisected by the cleaver for 20 points of damage.
Oh.
You're worried. You can see bone and organs. It's like, oh shit.
Ah. But. Ooh.
All right, Zumlar, what are you doing?
Misty Step.
I'm going to grab like
and you misty step the rest of the way. Okay, poof.
I'm going to grab a steak, and I got a 24.
24. Okay. You you jump straight up on top of the counter and grab another piece of chicken on the way out. She's cursing at you in some mix of like English and Pidgin and French, as she has some choice Creole insults for you as you all jet out the back alleyway. You can see a group of police officers like clubbing various jazz aficionados on the trying to head out of the alleyway at this point. To your right and to the left, it seems to be clear.
Left it is.
Oh,
Okay.
I kind of want to cast. I kind of want to see if I could cast sleep on any of the cops to make them stop hitting people, because it's rude.
Okay, so go roll the dice for your sleep.
All right. That would be a D20. Okay.
So it's what is it? 5d8 actually.
Oh, 5d8. Oh, okay.
Or if you want to use a second level spell, it's 7d8.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Okay.
6, 7. So I'm rolling that. I got 27 total. Do you want me to read the numbers?
So the two officers that are hassling people by the front of the alleyway collapse unconscious as the various jazz club goers basically rush past their unconscious forms and take a left out through the streets. You can hear some yelling from some other police officers. You, stop! Over there, stop! Come on, boys! It's like as you see a gaggle of like 5 or 6 officers rush after these people, but they got a good head start.
Yay! Because that's rude. Jazz is great.
Okay, so you can see Garfield like rounding a corner at the edge of the alleyway. You're not quite sure how he basically manages to maintain a good lead on you, given how rotund he is. You wouldn't expect him to be all that athletic. But should you continue to follow him, he's just sort of like slightly out of sight, and eventually at every turn, and eventually leads you to Central Park.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Okay. He sort of leads you on a merry chase down through back alleys, through the back end, the back part of some sewing, some sweatshop with like various ladies sewing undergarments, and then eventually across the top of some clotheslines and down through a tunnel over under a sort of simple cobblestone bridge, and you eventually come out into a large park. You don't happen to see him anywhere, but there's you can hear growls of large dogs like echoing from the sort of bushes and woods around you. As you can see a set of 3 German shepherds like break loose from the underbrush and come charging towards your group. I need an initiative roll at this point.
Damn it. Initiative. Oof. 4.
14.
17.
Okay, and what was their initiative? All right, so they got an 18. So you can hear yelling off in the distance. Thor, Zeus, Magnus, where the frick are you, you frickin' dogs? That's probably about 100 yards off to your right. So these are somebody's loose, off the leash dogs at this point, as these 3 German shepherds come charging at you because they love chasing cats.
They do, but I will also have you know they're all bark and no bite.
In these cases, basically, they are bite. So let's see here. So did anybody get higher than an 18?
No.
Okay, so I guess the dogs act first in this particular case.
Wait, who did?
The dogs.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
They come rushing in, and one of them... okay. One of them chomps on the Black Fairy, Lady K herself, and like starts savaging Lady K quite dramatically. It's like, oh, that looks bad. And
oh no.
And then the other one, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's Owl. They're like, it's like you see blood and one butterfly wing fly off into this, like flutter to the ground. And let's see here. And then Owl, you take 20 points of damage from a German Shepherd, basically savaging you pretty badly.
Ooh.
Okay, and then we'll begin with let's see here. Who rolled the highest out of your group? Let's see here. That looks like... It looks like Krishana. Krishana, we'll start with you.
Is there a tree branch within 30 feet?
Yes, there's a tree. There's plenty of trees, so just think of like your normal view of Central Park, and you're in the wooded area.
I'm going to misty up to a tree branch and then fire Eldritch Blast at the one attacking the fairy.
Okay. You're sort of like standing on 3 paws and making finger guns with your other paw. And, all right, roll to hit twice. Okay, there's 1 to hit roll, 2 to hit roll. Okay, you hit twice. Give me damage.
Uh, 13 damage altogether.
All right. You blast one of the dogs. It's like, again, it's severely muted, as like you have like these pencil-thin beams of energy when they're normally like an inch or so wide, and it spears the dog, and like it makes yelping noises. But I should actually roll to see if it lets go. It lets go of Cassandra, who like manages to stagger away and limp back a bit. And then let's see, Lady Emma.
All right, Lady Emma is going to. I don't know. What else do I have? Let's hit it with a firebolt.
Okay, roll the hit.
Ooh, 15.
15, that hits. Give me damage, 2d10.
18.
I think you're high enough level to add your, like, half your level to your damage or something. I'm gonna have to go look this up one of these days.
Okay. I got an 18.
Got an 18. Okay. So you blast the other dog that got the dog that gets Eldritch Blast, you finish it off with it yelps and basically rolls over to the side and goes unconscious. And then, let's see here. Owl, you are currently being mauled.
Ooh. Oh, is it my turn?
It is your turn, yes.
Oh dang, I rolled the lowest. Okay.
Well, we're just gonna go from top to bottom because they rolled high enough initiative to beat everybody out.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Sorry. I guess if we're attacking, probably can't put them to sleep. It'd probably be better just to, can I do Divine Smite versus Favorite Enemy? Let me do that. Yeah, second level.
All right.
Yeah. So let me roll that. Sorry. I lost it. There it is. Okay. And then D20.
You want to also use your Divine Retribution at this point to do 20 bites back to your opponent?
That would be a good idea. Let me do that. Let's rebuke the violent, and then I rolled a 19 for...
Okay, so you do 20 points. It's like you maul him back, essentially, as he suddenly develops all these bite marks all over the dog develops bite marks all over his body.
And then let me roll for damage on Divine Smite and versus Favorite Enemy.
Okay, well, you need to roll to hit first, so...
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, okay, and then you hit. No problem. They have 14 ACs.
And then 24.
24. Okay. All right. You pretty much you jump up into the air and basically do a triple somersault and do the paw slash basically straight down the middle, straight down on this dog's nose as there's blood everywhere as it collapses unconscious. The third dog is like retreating back a little bit, just like confused as to what's going on. Then Zumlar.
I'm going to start like a little what's it called when he makes that, or cat makes that like a angry like meow, and then I'm going to just lash out.
Okay, roll to hit. You have your 2 attacks as normal.
Oh. What's my attack bonus? So 2 19s.
19s. Okay, you hit twice. Give me damage.
No, not 19. Sorry. Would it be like a long sword or unarmed strike?
Just give me your longsword damage.
Right. So in that case, it'll be like a 25 each.
Okay, so did you smite twice? Okay, never mind. You hit twice easily. So just give me. Tell me how much damage you do.
Oh, I'm definitely smiting. I'm doing a searing smite.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's 16 plus. So that's 12. So 30 for the regular attack, and then for the smite, 3d6. So that's going to be 66. 4, 8, 14, 19.
Okay.
So about 49
likewise,
damage.
you knock that dog unconscious as his head makes this hollow thunk against a nearby tree as you like launch him sideways like 5 feet. About this period of time, you see this. You see a policeman basically with a like large domed hat, and he sees like. You damn major cats, what have you done with dog? As he draws a pistol and starts, like, shooting at the lot of you.
Ooh.
That's rude, yeah.
This.
Can I, if anyone's okay with it, can I cast sleep on this guy too, but first level?
Yes, you certainly can, but when it gets around to your turn, I'm saying it's his turn now.
He's part of the fight. Okay.
He is part of the fight, yes.
Oh dang. Okay.
He just arrives late, effectively. So.
Gotcha. Sorry. Didn't know. Thank you. So then that was Zumlar's turn, so it would be Mack's turn?
Yes, it is Mack's turn after this guy's turn.
Whoops,
okay,
sorry.
Mack. All right, so Krishana gets hit for 20 points of damage, and Lady Emma gets hit for 20 points of damage, as you both take a small caliber bullet.
Oh, dude.
Mack, you're up.
All right, bonus action. I'm going to summon my Echo again. As me and my Echo like zigzag back and forth each other as we run up to this guy, and what's the police officer's AC?
Police officer's AC is 15.
So that's 2 hits. So 22 slashing and 8 cold damage, so 30 damage total, and Ancestral Guardians.
Okay. So the police officer, you leap up and basically slash him in the face twice, and he's staggering back, bits of frost are like forming up everywhere. You clawed him in the face. He does not look very good. It's like he's bleeding very profusely from the face at the moment.
But in his mind, he's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Exactly.
Man, what a meanie. Just gets scratched by a cat.
Okay, Krishana, you're up.
I am hexing the police officer that just shot at me. I guess ranged is dexterity, and then blasting my firebolts at it. Not firebolts. I'm blasting him.
Okay, Eldritch Blast. 2 hits. Go ahead. Okay, you hit twice, and give me your damage. All right, and then you got
11 damage total.
All right, then 2 more d6. We'll just say it's the average of 7. So, okay. So you shoot 2 pencil-thin beams of energy into his chest, and he collapses, like gasping at this point, as he doesn't seem to be getting back up at the moment. You can hear. You can hear more policemen basically headed this general way, as you can hear whistles as police have been alerted to the gunshots and are headed this direction.
And my damage.
I say we run.
Okay.
Non-lethal, since I'm firing at humans that are just doing their jobs.
In this particular case, he's not in danger of dying, probably. So, but he does seem to be like badly wounded. Do you want to spare a d6 of your Warlock healing to basically make sure he's stabilized?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick up an inspiration basically for quote-unquote doing the right thing. The dogs can go fuck themselves. That's your opinion. Because they mauled me first. They mauled me first. As you're going, you have various tender bits basically with 2 or 3 inch fang bites in them at this point. You're going, as you're limping away. All right, so you head away and slink off into some bushes. Garfield is hanging out in a branch like 20 feet above you. You're still not sure how a cat that is that enormously fat manages to get up there. It's like there's the. It's like, well, that was just perfect. I haven't seen fighting like that since the first Jellicle host meeting.
You've just been hanging here the entire.
You've got anyways, we've got maybe about 20 minutes essentially before the Jellicle host. We'll be meeting in the center of the park. It's like he sort of nods over to his left in about 20 minutes. So you've got that period of time to patch yourselves up. Given the fractious nature of the three factions, we may end up getting in a fight, and the expectation will be you'll be there to break it up.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Why did we take this job again?
Because we had to come get you from falling into the...
Okay, so Lady K does
K.
not look all that great. One of her wings has been torn off, and she's like...
Oh, yeah.
One of her legs is definitely lamed at this point. She's like... I could heal myself using my Fey magic, but I'd prefer if you could heal me, because I may need to use my Fey magic to settle whatever chaos effects there are for like probably more than 100 Fey meeting in one place.
Yeah, she took 20 points of damage, right?
Yes.
I could give
I'm
her,
nowhere near as durable in this form as I am in my normal fairy form.
Yeah, I wanna give her like... I have only so much like lay on hands pool, so can I give her like 15? Would
Sure.
that be rude?
No, that's perfectly fine. So her leg unlames, her wing like grows back like a little nubbin at least, just like, all right, that'll do. I won't be able to fly, but that's that at least I can move.
And then I want to give Krishana, because Krishana's down pretty bad. So Krishana, I want to give you like 20 points, if that's okay.
Okay, and I'll cast a Cure Wounds 2nd level at me as well.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
And
I think
then Lady
Lady
Emma.
Yep.
I was gonna say I have 10 left. Is that okay, Lady Emma?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. That is all my lay on hands pool.
How much health are you down?
Oh, I'm only down like 20. I'm at 56 points right now.
I'll use some lay on hands on you.
Aw, thank you. How much?
I'll dump 20 into her. Into Al.
Okay.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right, so Lady Emma is still down about 10. Does anyone want to cover it, top her up, or no?
I'll top her off.
Okay, so everybody's fully healed at this point. All right, so you patch each other. The paladins patch everybody up, and the nobody has any like open wounds anymore. Still a little stiff, but that's all right. You arrive in this sort of like Kiva-like auditorium with various steps leading down into like a central circular area, maybe about 20 or so feet across. So sort of think of a sort of Greek auditorium. At the bottom there are 3 groups with their various factions. There's Garfield with this incredibly cute like gray kitten like hanging out next to him. Yes, it is normal. It is just like hanging right next to Garfield.
We have to make Garfield the Joker host.
Yes. There's you can see Max and his crew of about 10 battle-hardened like stray cats, and next to him is Samantha, who's this beautiful Siamese with like piercing blue eyes, and there's another like set of exotic cats, essentially like all sort of lounging around on her side of the stage. We have gathered tonight, Garfield Speedsters. We've gathered here tonight essentially to choose a new leader for the Jellicle host, essentially that meets our needs and our ideals, and we'll see to the safety and wise judgment for our Clouder from here in New York for the next lunar, what is it? The next 12 lunar cycles, so a year. Each of us will take this moment essentially to speak and state our case before the host. And it will be these fine individuals here, as like Garfield waves to a lot of you who are sort of like hanging around at the edge. It's like these fine arbiters that have come from far away will be the final decision makers, as has been our policy for since time immemorial. So I will take this opportunity to speak first. I will see to the needs that we will all be well fed and live safe and happy and leisurely lives here here in the city. Like, this is the promise I make to you, my gentle brothers and sisters. Max speaks next, and he says, "The police and the hounds and the animal catchers basically have bite our tails and basically clawed our safe homes and take our children away and slaughter them. Essentially, I say we fight back. We rid ourselves of the human hounds to the north and their dog allies." And then Sam says, "We could simply, all things can be solved with in peace. We have done this. This has been our way for generations at this point. It's like, we simply need to find out what the humans and the humans and their dogs want and give it to them, and they will leave us in peace. Essentially, this is what I promise to deliver to the Jellicle host. About this period of time, someone roll me a D100.
Who claims that?
I'll do it.
Sorry, I'll do it. I was saying that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Let's see, D100. Oh, no, wrong one.
1,000.
1,000. Over 9,000. Okay.
Get out. Tomato.
50.
Okay, that is super in the middle. All right, let's see here. All right, come on. All right, what is 50?
I noticed that either my 1 or my 0 tend to stick a lot.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's mechanical
Stick your
keyboard.
face. Got him.
These nuts. Got him.
All right. All right. About this period of time after they all said their piece, this crazy, ragged-looking bum, his hair all matted, his beard down to his chest, and he stinks to high heaven. It's like he's holding this ragged piece of parchment, and it's like, treasure maps, $100 guarantee, basically make your fortune. Treasure maps. It's like Gerald takes one incredulous look at him, but just like, and he wanders through all the cats, basically, as various cats make way for him, and wanders straight up to the lot of you. It's like, you want a map? Essentially, the treasure of the city. I'll give you the keys to the city. It's like, and I got a bridge to sell you as well. It's like, it's called the Brooklyn Bridge. Do you want to buy it?
Leighton's gonna meow. Confused.
What's the map?
So he's holding this ragged piece of parchment towards you at this point. It's like, there's a sort of like this rhubarb conversation that rhubarb conversations that the three leaders candidates are having with each other. It's like they all speak at once. Perhaps why don't you take the map and we'll see who gets to it first, and we'll use this to decide who becomes the Jellicle host leader.
Eladium is gonna take the map.
Like, all right, that'll be $100. It's like he holds out his hand.
Can we spare that kind of change, you guys?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what our gold is.
Well, you got gold, basically, probably 10 gold. Probably 10 gold coins is more than $100. Let's put it that way. So,
We'll
do you
hand him some gold
Matt pull
coin.
out some coinage out of Magic Cat space and spit it out and hairball it up for him? Or no?
Yeah.
Yes, Lady Emma is going to hairball up the gold for him.
the bum basically goes. The bum basically sees like you hork up basically 10 gold coins. It's like it's the most amazing thing he's ever saw because it is the most amazing thing he's ever seen. He's like he gathers up the gold, like bites it with his like 2 good teeth, and it's like I've been blessed. Basically, it's a miracle. And he grabs his gold and starts capering around and spinning around in a circle, and then runs off into a bush. You lay out the map, and you lay out the map. It's like drawn on the back of the. It's drawn in like red and black crayon on the back of a sheet of newspaper. It's like it's a map, all right, and it's sort of this map of Central Park, but the landmarks look kind of confusing. It's like as the 3 possible Jellicle candidates all like peer at it with their groups. It's like. 10 minutes, then we head out. Like,
Remind me who the candidates are. There's Max and
there's Max,
Garfield.
there's Samantha, and there's Garfield. So,
yeah.
Garfield,
Samantha,
Garfield, of
even though
course,
she
has
doesn't
Normal
know
with him,
her.
and Normal is like this incredibly cute gray kitten that is like, meow.
Perfection.
I'm
The
kind of
perfect gray kitten with like white, black, and gray stripes is like.
What were you saying?
Okay, so those of you who look at Normal too long should roll a wisdom save or be charmed.
I kind of look at Max and it's like, I kind of support Max. I like his idea. As a wizened, old war vet.
Lady Emma wants to go talk to Samantha.
Alright, so you go talk to Samantha, it's like, well, Lydia, I know what, you have a question on your tongue.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about these policies that you have.
My policy is always that we should seek peace first and avoid conflict.
Beautiful.
The Jellicle host
Love
always
that.
gets hurt. Members of the Jellicle host always get hurt when we get into conflict with the humans or dogs. So and there's no avoiding that. So, but we can avoid conflict itself.
Lady Emma nods her head, very satisfied with that answer, and goes back.
Yes.
Can I
Max,
ask?
of course, is like he's a warmonger. He wants to basically show once and for all, essentially, that they can't mess with us. It's like doesn't matter what it costs. Essentially, it'll be worth it in the end. Basically, once we drive them off, and then Garfield is like, we should just lead comfortable cat lives and ignore this latest threat because all threats eventually go away. They're all transitory.
Krishana wanted to ask Sam a question.
Sure.
It sounds like you just want to pay everybody off. Like, are you just always going to wanting to give in and pay off people?
No. Essentially, there are times to fight, but it's like this is not one of them, in my opinion. Essentially, we've had issues with the humans essentially trying to hunt down cats before, and we eventually came to an agreement. and that's been the case here, like for generations and generations. I don't see any reason why that should change now.
Krishana's going to try flirting with Sam and just totally ignore what's going on in the election.
Okay. All right, so go. What is it? Make a
Maybe a charisma
persuasion. Well, there isn't a seduction check. There isn't a seduction skill anymore, so I think it's just persuasion. All right, and let's see how Samantha does that.
Dang.
In reverse. Let's see here. All right, so Krishana is so enamored, i.e., you're charmed by her, not the other way around. So she seduces you. But so it's like you're completely convinced, essentially, that Samantha is in the right, and you really should support Samantha. Like Garfield
Lady,
notes
I
at this
must
point,
support-
you're more than welcome to assist or not assist any one of us, essentially, at this point, as the arbiters. You aren't actually neutral. Your role isn't actually neutral in this this contest that we're proposing. So,
Owl's just like, I'm not gonna lie. Garfield seems like he has a conclusion he wants to reach, while these two kind of have like vague ideas. I think I gotta go with Garfield. He has solid solutions.
so his solid solution is like, just ignore it, it'll go away. Like most cats treat most things. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It's very cat of him.
But other than that, he's basically promising plenty of food, nice places to sleep. There's so things that just like are irresistible to cats to begin with. So,
I don't know.
And what else
Maybe I'm
is,
just gonna help Samantha because she thinks she's cool, and that's pretty much it.
Krishana is strong. She's going to cast Enhance Ability on Sam. Which ability would Krishana think?
probably dexterity to enhance the cat's already basically high agility. So,
what is Max offering?
Max basically is offering war. He's just like, we're going to settle this once and for all. At least as long as I'm alive, they're never going to contest us again. Sort of like Gangs of New York style, where it's like, we go after them hard.
Max
Wait,
really
who are
said
we fighting
ACAB,
again?
ADAB.
Yeah.
And so Zumlar being, kind of for that because of what happened with Turnanarg, he's going to definitely support Max.
Okay.
Yeah,
in the end,
I'm
essentially,
a little
we'll need
skeptical of that idea.
In the end, whoever gets to this treasure first, whatever it is, essentially, will be judged to be our leader, is what Garfield says. So, now that we've all taken a few moments to study the map, essentially, shall we be off? So they all head in 3 different directions at this point. You're figuring, given that it's a map toward treasure, they'll eventually all converge again, wherever the treasure is. You have a vague idea that it's near the lake, near the center of Central Park at this point. Probably either that's either supposed to be a boathouse, or alternately, it's supposed to be a boat. You're guessing where the treasure X marks the spot. There's also some other like random gibberish like marked on the map that looks like a crazy cat lady, because there's cats all around this basically stick figure of a lady. And then there's another spot that's also marked. But there's a trail sort of leading to the crazy cat lady, to what appears to be like a monument of some sort, or statue perhaps, and then eventually to the lake. You're not quite sure why the map is drawn that way. Why wouldn't you just go straight to where the treasure X is? But who knows?
Do you want to come with me to go check out this crazy cat lady person?
Sorry, huh? What?
I was asking Krishana if she wants to come with me to, check out the crazy cat lady on the map.
Anything for fun. This election is boring.
Awesome.
All right.
Like we should all, and we're all going together on this, or is
It's
it
probably just go together in this particular case.
Okay. Do you guys want to go check
because
out
we only got
lady?
we only got about 20 minutes left in the session. So
Yeah.
if everybody heads off separately, we're not going to complete in time. We're not going to complete.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should go check out the crazy cat lady. I have a feeling about it.
Okay, you head over to the crazy cat lady. The first thing you notice is the overwhelming smell of cat piss.
That's terrible.
There's this lady, what can be most generously described as wearing a several old dresses on top of each other, and then a poncho over that, made of what is it? Butcher's paper. There's she has like dozens of cats surrounding her, and she's sort of like handing out like small tins of like cat food or tuna. There's like dozens of them scattered all about in the various. There's a scent on the air that basically does not smell like cat piss, but smells wonderful and exotic. As I need everybody to make me a Constitution save.
Ooh.
Mm.
Constitution.
Ooh.
15.
Okay. Everybody that gets 15 or better is fine.
6.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna save my blessing. I'm curious. To see
I
what
got
do.
a 3.
I got a 17.
Okay, so everybody that fails basically runs up and nabs one of the like starts rolling around with one of the satchels of catnip that that the crazy cat lady has scattered around all over the place, and like those of you who are still sober realize what's like, oh, but and some of you are basically like zonked out of your cat minds at the moment, going.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm useless now. I discovered catnip.
You've discovered catnip. You can see part of Max's team here is likewise basically rolling around on the ground. Samantha's team seems to... Glittering eyes of Samantha's exotic cat team seem to be hanging off in the distance, giving that sort of like Siamese cat grin as they all looking at Max's team. Garfield and Normal are nowhere to be seen.
I'm gonna walk up to Max and smack him. Say, "Hey, knock out, snap out of
Lady
it."
Emma is too high on catnip to understand that she led us right into a trap.
I will insist.
It's like...
Doesn't count like the drugs her dad stole. It's fine.
It's like... Alright, so, of course, it's like... Oh, two new friends. It's like, says the crazy cat lady basically... like rubs your belly and scratches you under the chin. It's like, did you come for the Mad Max's treasure? And she sort of looks at the lot of you, the rest of you that are hanging back at the moment.
Wait, what'd she say? I'm sorry.
Did you come for Mad Max's treasure?
Lady Emma, despite being high, is gonna perk up her ears.
Owl words very happily.
Krishana gets into the catnip even though she passed her save.
Krishana deliberately chooses to fail her save. Alright, so she's like, well, do you know...
Huh?
Oh, well, do you... Max was always fond of nursery rhymes. If you could perhaps tell me one, it's like... I'll let you in on the clue he gave me.
Oh, nursery.
I got this. I have a British one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. This is gonna be so good. Alright. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clemens. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey? When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. And when will that be, say the bells of Stepney? Oh, I do not know, say the great bells of Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clemens. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey? When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. And when will that be, say the bells of Stepney? I do not know, say the great bells of Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bread. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Chop, 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 the last man's dead. There's your nursery rhyme.
Alright, the cat lady is clapping delightedly at this point. Well, I'm supposed to give you this riddle in return. As she grabs out a piece of paper and hands it to let's see here. She'll hand it to Lady Emma. Let me see if I can actually paste
Lady
this.
Emma's a little loopy, but she's gonna take the paper.
Why did that nursery rhyme sound so familiar to me?
It's from 1984, but it's a really old nursery rhyme.
You say it was
It
British?
was also in Doctor Who.
Which one? I've only seen like the first and second one.
It was in, like, I don't know, one of the later episodes.
Then again, I did live in Belfast for a year.
So it looks like a page that's been ripped out of some riddle book. The answer has been obviously torn off, and it looks like she hands you the strip of what is obviously from this riddle from a riddle book. You can see the page number is off in the upper right-hand corner. Reads page 14. Right. Well, up with you, kiddies. All right, so those people who actually failed their save or deliberately failed their saves have 10 temporary hit points at the cost of, like, -2 on all your rolls.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm not feeling any pain at this point. It's like,
Just, like, wandering down random alleys by accident sometimes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm here for it. Okay, wait. So I remember page 14 on
Page 14, and then I typed into chat essentially the actual riddle that's on the page.
Oh, okay,
What this actually means and how you use the riddle, you're not quite sure at this moment. So,
What if Lady Emma knows the answer to the riddle?
well, what is the answer to the riddle?
Cloud.
That is correct.
Dang!
Dun.
Look at you, Emma.
Nicely done.
Yeah, Lady Emma is really old, and even though you guys don't know that, she has a lot of old knowledge.
Old
Hell
knowledge.
yeah!
I was
Okay.
proud of my one last week or the week before where the cat's name was Yet.
Yes. You head over to the next spot. It's a statue of a cavalry man on a rearing white, majestic white rearing horse, all made of marble. The plaque underneath reads Colonel Lafayette, defender of our proud city against the British, and leaned up against the side of the statue is what can be best described as probably a brownie or a gnome of some sort. He's not wearing a pointed hat, but it has like silvery white hair and a goatee and a mustachio that's like well oiled into a point. He's wearing a suit and tails. It's like, well, my fine fey friends. It's like a particular madman imposed upon me that I should deliver a clue to the next fey that arrived, but just like, I think I have another thing in mind. So he points at Lady Emma and goes, like, you, little missy, like, I belong to the summer court, and I know who you are. It's like,
I mean, Emma's gonna,
should
like,
you come with me,
panic.
I'll tell the rest of these fine folks the clue to the treasure. Should you not, essentially, a battle
Okay,
of wits,
Emma is like-
a battle of wits to the death.
Zumlar's going to like start meowing really, really viciously towards him, and all his Zumlar's hair is going to stand on end.
Owl's gonna stand beside Emma, just whatever decision she wants to make. But we stay together, damn it.
Emma doesn't know what to do because her instinct is to cough up a fireball, but she knows that's not the right choice.
I support it.
No, that's a perfectly legitimate choice for Emma, right? Essentially, it's like, I'm gonna bite, basically, before reasoning with other Fae that are gonna ferry me away, essentially.
Don't like it?
Yeah.
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm...
Okay, so
What's
you hack up a fireball on this gnome. He makes a curt gesture and counterspells your fireball. It's like, battle of wits to the death it is, then. And then we'll leave it here for now, and we'll pick it up next week.
Oh, sounds good. All right, awesome session, y'all.
Awesome session.
That was
Thank you so much,
fantastic.
Lois. That was amazing.
All right.
That
Yeah,
was great.
Lawrence, I know I screamed no at the beginning. Personally, I don't mind. This was just Mack being in character.
It's like, no, I don't want to be a cat. No, I don't want to be a cat.
It just, no. I have to smell a cat out of me now.
I don't know, Lady Emma's thrilled to be a cat.
No, this is awesome. I'm so happy right now.
We did something
Is there an
similar to this
option
like
for
2
Lady Emma
campaigns
to
ago.
stay a cat?
Oh, don't worry. That will come later. I'm not kidding, by the way. If this is going to end up anything like it did the previous time.
So, at some point or another, you'll be offered to become a honorary member of the Jellicle host should you by the current leader. So, and there are certain benefits and downsides for doing that. So, that's that's the reward for this adventure. So, all right, all right.
Well,
we'll
if
cover
Lady
that
Emma
next week.
can escape the Fae, she might have to think about that.
Yep. All right.
Thank you,
Good session,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Have a good
Have a
week,
good
everyone.
night.
Good night.
Good night.